Cultures around the world have their own set of beliefs, values, and tales that make up the background of their people. Tales often come in the form of a fairy tale or a folk tale, and these tales can give outsiders a look into the lives of a country's culture, bridging past and present generations together, all by the tales they tell. One country that has folklore deeply ingrained into its history is Russia. Russian tales can easily describe the Russian ethnic group as a whole and have been described by Ariel Moniz as a voice for Russian culture. One very famous folk tale in Russian culture is the story of Baba Yaga. However, the country's size also reflects vastly upon this tale. Therefore, there are many different versions of the character Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is a leading character in many Russian tales and is thought by Amelia Glaser to be the crossroad between logic and imagination. Baba Yaga's character is present in hundreds to thousands of different Russian tales, aging all the way back to a time where even Christianity was not popular. Due to the fact that Baba Yaga's character is so old, Baba Yaga has taken on many different meanings or plots across Russia and has shaped the way families in Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus choose to tell it. Baba Yaga's name has even been debated over due to the translation. The most popular translation is Baba, meaning grandmother, while Yaga has many theories believing that Yaga can either mean snake or wicked. One of the most popular tales told of Baba Yaga is Vasilisa the Beautiful, and is said to have a relation to the French fairy tale Cinderella. In Vasilisa the Beautiful, Vasilisa's mother dies, and her father remarries a cruel woman with two daughters. One day, the two stepsisters blew out all of the candles in the cabin, so the stepmother sent Vasilisa to collect fire from the hut of Baba Yaga. Once Vasilisa found the hut, Baba Yaga agreed to help her, only if Vasilisa could complete the tasks set before her. With the help of a magic doll that Vasilisa's mother gave to her before passing, she completed the tasks to the witch's satisfaction. Vasilisa is then given fire, in which she sought out to find. However, Vasilisa's skills drew the attention of the Tsar, and before she left to go back to her stepmother, the Tsar asked her to marry him. While the tale of Vasilisa the Beautiful may make the witch Baba Yaga seem kind and helpful, the witch can be described as old and frightening with an appetite for eating people, just like the German stories of the boogeyman. Like most witches, Baba Yaga can fly, but instead of a broomstick, she sits in a mortar carrying a broom in which she uses to sweep away her tracks. Her home is a hut hidden deep in a birch forest, and one can only find her by using a magic doll or thread. The hut is told to be so difficult to find because it stands on chicken legs and moves about the forest. The hut's windows act as eyes, and the lock on the door is said to be full of teeth so that it can stop unwanted visitors. There is also a fence surrounding the hut that is made from human bones, making the hut appear frightening from the outside. If Baba Yaga deems her visitors unworthy of her advice, then she will feed them later and then later place them on a giant spatula, then cook them in her oven. While Baba Yaga can eat up to 10 men at a time, the visitors can save themselves depending on how they sit on her spatula. If they are too big for her oven, then she will throw them out. The folktale of Baba Yaga may sound ludicrous. However, Russian cultures believe their folktales to be true, or to have once been true at some point in the past. In the 16th century, folk tales leaked their way into Russian literature and were brought up as historical facts. The Russian folk tales such as Baba Yaga used to only be told after dark and were shared between adults once the children were asleep. However, in present-day Russian culture, Baba Yaga appears in such a vast amount of tales, all with a slightly different character. Some of the tales of Baba Yaga have been compared to Cinderella, the Boogeyman, or even Hansel and Gretel. The character of Baba Yaga has even appeared in the American children's show Arthur in Season 3, Episode 12. To conclude, all of the tales of Baba Yaga either tell her to be a helpful old lady or a mean brute witch.